Happy, no problem, Stephanie. Happy Super Saturday, friends. It is Super Saturday. Willpower. All last week we were driving down to Southern California and had to leave early. So always good to be in Super Saturday. We are coming off of Valentine's Day yesterday, but I like to call it the day of love, right? Love yourself. It starts with loving yourself. We had some fun in our classes. The trainers got creative. And as I was seeking, it always comes to me, but I put it out there. Our message for willpower today, the word love kept coming up. And then with that word love came, I want to go over, here we go, take it back. We'll just warm up here. Just think for a second before I even go into that. The word love. Do you have that for yourself right now? The fact that you showed up on a Saturday morning to exercise your body, to get your mental brain clear, to get that spiritual, emotional part of your heart and soul. Okay, lift your toes, right? To me, that's loving yourself. Taking care of yourself is loving yourself. You take care of your pets, you take care of your kids, maybe you take care of your parents or other family members. So remembering love is taking care of yourself. Lift the toes, press the toes down. This will be good, Rena. This is one of your words. I'm gonna share. Today we're gonna go, and those of you doing Rise, we're gonna go a little bit deeper. But we're finishing up the first 30 days of Rise. And this goes very much in line with willpower because we get deep in willpower. Lift the toes, lower, one more time. Lift the toes, spread them out, lower. Now start to lift the heels, walk your feet a little bit closer. So I don't recognize that place, Julia. Is it a different part of your house, or I don't recognize it as either of your places? Okay, lower and lift the heels. We're coast to coast. I love this. Good morning, Kathy. Oh, Kate, I didn't say hi to you. So lower and lift. So we're wrapping up the first 30 days of Rise, which starting in March is going to be open. It's just going to be an ongoing group. If you want to be around a group of women that are bettering ourselves, going deeper, doing coaching, it's going to be an ongoing group. It is incredible. I'm not going to go into all those details. Reach out if it speaks to you. Hold it up, hold it up. Find a little bit of stillness here, which we'll talk about. Hello, Sharon. Open those arms. Love. So I'm all about right now and forever this idea of a literal heart. That I've talked about this already in willpower. The four, and within that heart, just like your regular heart, there are four kingdoms, four areas that make up who you are, make up your life, make up your quality of life. Here we go. I'll hold it. 3, let your body start to come to life. 2, 1. Okay, drop the heels. Just gonna take a little bit of lateral flexion in the spine, and then we'll begin our ascent through willpower. Okay, it was freezing back here. Now it's hot. And these four kingdoms are everything we believe about BFIT, right? They encompass those 8 pillars of health. You've got your physical health, huge part of your quality of life. About your physical health, the other ones are really hard to get in order. Okay, one more time, and then take it to the other side. You've got your mental health, your mental kingdom. What's going on between those 2 ears? What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you telling yourself? What are all those thoughts, right? Your brain is so powerful. It's got a whole magnetic force field. Whatever you feed it, it's going to attract more of. So that's such an important part of your health. You know that. 2, one more. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, Kathleen. All right, toes forward. Let's go. We're beginning our journey. Super Saturday. Yes. Squat, squat. Then we've got our spiritual side of health. I definitely believe a big part of your quality of life is that spiritual, that connection to your internal guidance system that you were born with, the essence of who you are. That's your intuition. That's your discernment, right? That's knowing what's right, what's your gifts, what's your strengths, that there's something bigger than just you. And then we've got the emotional kingdom. And that's your heart. That's what we're going to talk about today. That's your heart. That's your connections. That's your emotions. Ooh, look at them, already all excited. All right, get those MyZones on if you've got them. Couple more squats here. Yes. Sit into the heels, lift the toes. I want you to go a little bit deeper today than maybe you've gone. Yes, beautiful. Mary, Kathleen, looking good. Lisa, Leslie, there you go. Jessica, take it off, Letty. Down. She's got her. I don't know where my Super Saturday shirt is. 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Pulse here for a second. Yes, Anne's here. We got a bunch of the Rise crew here. Melanie's outside. My phone said like single digits this morning. Okay, you're gonna take the right foot in and out, in and out, right here flowing. So the reason I want to talk about, and actually we made a visual, and I can, if anyone wants to email it to you, you know, I love to share tools, but I'm not sure if everyone's heard of, maybe you have at some point. It's called the emotional guidance scale. And of course, we're not going to get as in depth as we do during our Rise sessions because we've got a lot longer in those. But I want to give you some glimpses of this because it is an incredibly powerful scale of emotions. And I said, that's where we're staying today, is in this emotional kingdom. They all work together though, right? Okay, take it to the other side. We're almost done with our squats, team. In and out. Oh, feel how strong your legs are. Feel your health, your strength, whatever you've got today. Again, honor it. So on the scale are 18, 19, 20 emotions. 20 emotions. Us humans, we're complicated. We got lots of emotions. It's interesting, and the more you can work with them and through them, the more powerful again and healthy and strong you are in that area. 2, 1, okay, down and up. Drop the heels, lift the heels. Yes, nice, Kathleen. All right, let's do a little geography check-in real quick. We got Texas in the house. Couple on Team Texas. Yes, it's Julie, Liz. Jessica, I don't know if you're in Idaho or Bishop. We've got California. We've got North Carolina. We got more Texas. We got Colorado, Pennsylvania. Who knows where Sharon is? Yes, Allison. We've got Virginia in the house. How cool is that team to be working out with? All right, Kristen's got her MyZone. Where's yours, Julie? 3. Hey, team, this is your independence. You're going to be able to go to the bathroom by yourself into your 90s and beyond. This is what all the squatting does. 2, 1, beautiful. Step it out. Okay, so this emotional scale has 20 emotions. We're only here for 30 minutes, which we're already like 10 in. So I'm obviously not gonna be able to touch on all of them, but I wanna give you just the broader picture. Again, if this is something you wanna go deeper on, you can research it on your own. You can come to our group. I find this is like just, you know, my stuff. I just love it. And I know you guys dig in too. Okay, yeah, start to come deeper into the lunge. And the great thing about doing it while we're moving, and this is why I love willpower, is I believe firmly that movement evokes emotion. So that's why when you're exercising, you feel better emotionally. You get the juices flowing. They work hand in hand. So there we go. Let's start to reach. Bring it up, down. Hold it for a second on top, nice Letty. Down and up. Yes, Kathleen, you got it, K-Dub. Okay, so on this emotional scale, I'm gonna go from the bottom, the very bottom, emotion. And it doesn't mean you're never gonna have, just because emotions are not the best emotions, doesn't mean you're not gonna ever be in them. That's 2, 1, hold this one out. Turn that back knee out, lift the heel. And every time I go over this, that's why those of you that are in Rise, every time I go over this, something new comes up. So we're all gonna get some nuggets of wisdom today. I always pray right before willpower, just let one thing I say speak to everybody in a way that they need to hear it today. I'm just the vessel. Down and up. So the bottom emotion, the lowest emotion you can have as a person is apathy, hopelessness. Hold it down. Hold it down, right? This can happen during grief. This can happen during really hard seasons of life. This is an emotion you do not want to stay in. Get help, do whatever it takes to get out of that. That's where, again, and there's tools out there, there's people, there's resources. But if you're in a place where you don't even have any fight left in you, that's the bottom of the scale. Okay, take it in. And again, you might be like that for a day or a short season. But if you notice, and I see people like this, especially in health and fitness, that start to live in that place, get help. Get help. There is help to be had. I don't think anyone's there right now because you wouldn't be showing up to Super Saturday, but just putting that disclaimer. 2, 1, hold this one up. Hold it for a second. Okay, gratitude check-in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, what are you grateful for? You better be able to think of gratitude that fast, team. You can throw out a squat that fast. You better be able to think of a gratitude. Yes, Serena. 3, 2, 1. Start to take the left foot out. All right. So that's the bottom emotion. This might be like a 5-part series, team. The very top emotion, so 20 levels up, we have our highest emotion, and that is love. That's why we're talking about that today. That is joy and freedom, love. That's that state you're in. You know, and maybe it's been a while. Maybe you're in it right now, 2 sisters together that haven't seen each other for a while. That's where you just feel so you, like just that free. I love that word free. Step it out. Hit that lunge. Okay, so that's the top, that's the bottom. Now we're gonna take a little elevator ride through. Yes, nice, Lisa. Start to reach if you can. So what's super interesting, and thank you all for bearing with me so you don't even realize you're, yes, Allison, got our A team, Arlene. Woo, there you go, Nana. What I find, first of all, the most fascinating thing about this scale is that about 13 of the 20 emotions, okay, hold this one out, lift that back heel. Hopefully you're not counting for me, Melanie. We're just feeling it. Here we go, down and up. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a huge bruise. I ran into a big old post yesterday that was buried in the snow. So it's gonna match this dang bruise on my one side. Squirrel, okay, that was a total sidetrack. Down and up, beautiful team. Everyone looks really good this morning. Nice and strong. So out of the 20 or so emotions, yes, exactly, Sarah. Yes, when you're in those valleys, those lower places, that is actually where you gain most of your strength. So out of the 20 emotions, about 13 are what we would tend to, just from looking at the words of them, think, hold it down, are lower vibration emotions. And I'll go through some of those. I have categorized this. This is what I like to do. 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring it through. Down and up. So your bottom, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The bottom 7 emotions, I call that living life in defense. Again, not that you're never going to be here, but this is the emotions: blame, worry, discouragement, hatred, anger, jealousy. 2, here we go, catch it, right here. Hold it. Anybody else know a lot of people in the world right now living in the danger zone, the defense zone, right? So we have to have awareness. The good thing is that those are all above the bottom emotion. So even if you got fight in you, even if you're getting angry, even if you're getting jealous, you are working your way up the scale. Here we go, step it out. Good time to grab some water. All right, that was our parallel series. Now we're gonna turn it out. So I do think though, and this is really important who you hang out with. This people that are in that zone become it's very strong emotion. You all know that. Have you been around someone that's just constantly complaining, upset, bitter, worried, blames everything, someone that never takes accountability for their actions? Those are strong. They really try to pull us out of our own coffee bean state. 2, 1. Okay, turn the toes out. Oh, this will feel good. Hit some plies, team. All right, let's do what we did yesterday in bar. Give it up for everybody in this class, everybody who showed up today, who now can't help but go higher up that scale. So those bottom 7 emotions, I call that defense. Try to keep yourself out of the defense zone as long as you can, or however you can. When you catch yourself, again, that's where the mental part comes. When you catch those emotions, where are they coming from? Why are they coming up? It might be how you were raised, who you're around. There's lots of stuff to dig into. 2, all right, now let's start to throw up. Right here. Ooh, so good. Oh, that to me, this is like artwork. This is like you are hanging on my wall. Hang this beautiful strength. Boom, nice, Arlene. Rena. Okay, the next section of the scale, moving on up. And again, if you want this visual so you could see the exact order, I kind of think I got my own interpretations. I kind of look at them as areas, not so much this one's above this one in some of these. All right, 3, 2, 1, hold it down. Let's lift, just heel. Maybe the arms come out, you want this to be a little more challenging. You lift one heel, then the other. So now you can feel we're getting inside and outside. So now we're moving up the scale to the next section. And again, this is my interpretation. This isn't written in the book of emotions. This is my interpretation. This next section is what I call the quicksand. The quicksand. Now this is where people get stuck. They start to move up. They start to get close to that love, joy, peace, creativeness, all those high emotions. All right, who can go both? Up, down, up, yes. Hello, inner thighs. Nice, Jessica, Julie, Liz. Woo, you got it, Lisa. Sydney. Down, up, down. Isn't that life? We got ups, we got downs. There you go, Cam. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo, stand it up. We got 10 minutes left, team. Whoa, that leg felt a little shaky. Okay, curtsy, point. Now I want you to turn your knee towards me. We've already worked the quads and the hamstrings. We're now trying to get to the inner and outer hips. So this is some rotation here. Your hip is turning inwards. There we go. Yes, beautiful. And we can have the arms. So in this quicksand, let me tell you the emotions in the quicksand. This is worry, right? Are you worried? Doubt, disappointment, which comes from expectation usually, overwhelm, and irritation. Let me say those again, because this is, I'll give you again my cliff notes on this stuff. Worry, doubt, that's that fear. Worry, doubt, fear. Are you finding you're disappointed on people a lot? Are you overwhelmed? That's mine. Frustrated or irritated? Or here, there's one more. 2, 1, hold it up. Standing cut. Are you finding yourself, this is crazy, pessimism is up there. That sounds like a low emotion. That's why I call these ones a quicksand. These are your middle emotions, they're not the bottom. So out of all of those, what is 1 or 2 of them that tend to come up more for you? For me, it's overwhelm. When I get overwhelmed, I get anxious, I get spiraling, and this is why I call it the quicksand. A lot of people get up here, they got a good idea, they're starting something new, things are going well, they're going to take a chance to grow and get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable to get these emotions, I believe. And then those emotions come up. Maybe the fear and the doubt. You're like, well, it didn't work out before. Who am I to think it's going to work out this time? One. Maybe that, what are people going to think? All these things come up in the quicksand. Super exciting, team. I know those aren't emotions we like. Believe me, those aren't necessarily emotions we like, but they're so powerful. How can you flip? And I believe we all have a different 1 or 2 or 3 of those. Maybe you're constantly being disappointed by everyone around you, and you got to change your expectations, right? You cannot change somebody. You cannot change somebody. I'm sorry to break that to you. You are powerful beyond belief, but you do not have that power. 2, 1. Here we go. Curtsy, side lunge. So when those emotions come up for you, this is what I think a lot of people live in life. They're in the defense, they're in those negative, they start to come up, then they get stuck, they go back, they kind of bounce around that area because they can't work through the quicksand. They cannot figure out how to get unstuck from those emotions because they're uncomfortable. So we tend to want to like stuff them away. Like, I feel anxious. Well, why? Why? What is causing that? You got to dig in there. That's where awareness. Yes, this looks so good. I'm feeling pessimistic. Like, why am I've heard this a lot. I don't think it's a bad thing to admit. Like, I don't want to be so negative. Why do I feel like I'm so negative? If you don't like something about yourself, first learn to love it, and then learn to change it. Yes. Oh, so good. Sydney, Kathleen, give it Lisa. 2, 1. Whoo, looking good, team. All right, we're on our road. We got 6 minutes left. We're going to go all the way. All right. This one, I could go on a whole class, but I'm going to be quick with, because again, you want more of this stuff, come get it. I love this stuff. Right before we head into the top of this chart, 6 out of 20 emotions, only 6 of them are in the highest state. And this is where I call, you got to have your key, your spiritual key. This is where spirit is unlocked. This is what gets you up to these higher emotions. Okay, take this right leg back. So we work through the fear, the doubt, the overwhelm. We start learning how to use that as fuel, and that those are not bad emotions. They're actually having you work through. And then we get to this one single emotion that's like stops most people like a freight train. And do we know what that is? Some of you do. It is boredom, also known as, in my teachings, stillness. We get to this place of stillness. Ooh, most people, we teach it at BFit, good thing. Hold this one up. Standing crunch. When it comes to stillness, so I changed it from boredom. Think about though as just a society, like kids hate being bored. They're on YouTube. We get this fast dopamine hit. We are bored, so we start scrolling social media. We're bored, so we start binge watching a show or going down a rabbit hole. I believe this emotion, so change it to stillness, because boredom's not a very good word, unless you like that word. This is your key, team. This is an emotion that you have got to build a relationship with. 2, 1. A lot of us moms, with probably not, I'm just gonna say not just moms, but I know a lot of us with young kids will do anything to keep busy. Put away another load of laundry, start tinkering with the drawer. We'll do anything to not have to just sit and be still. When really that's all we want, but we can't do it. So it's just like a squat. It's just like an exercise. You've got to just put one rep in. Maybe sit down for 5 minutes and just be still. Maybe 1 minute you start with. 2, 1. Here we go. So I think it's important to teach others. Again, you can't change them, but having, maybe that's a walk in nature. For me, that's a lot of my stillness. I'm not actually still, but my mind, my spirit. That's why you wake up in the middle of the night a lot. Sometimes it's hormones, but sometimes 2, 3 in the morning, and your mind starts racing. And maybe there's a message in there. Maybe God's trying to get a hold of you at that time because no one else has your attention. 3, 2, 1. We're almost there, team. Right leg in front. All right, power knees. So I think it's stillness. This is where you tap into your spiritual kingdom, whatever that is for you. I'm not telling you what that is. I want you to seek and find that. That's that intuition. Again, the things that you were built with, that you've always known. It's a feeling. Like when you tap into that stillness, you can feel if something's right or wrong. You can feel if you're supposed to take action or step back. You start to let go and surrender a little bit. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. You're able to take a full 30-minute unwind class. That's taken me years to be able to do without trying to check your phone. You start to stay for the last 10 minutes of stretch class at the end of cardio or sculpt, right? So stillness, boredom. This is when new ideas, new opportunities. 3, 2, 1. Yes, look at that yellow. Okay, switch sides. This is it, team. And once you can get comfortable in that emotion, and team, it could be years of work. It's not just like, I want to be still and comfortable and it happens. You got to work through all that other quicksand and muck. Is that top of the scale? That is your hopefulness, positive expectation, optimism, enthusiasm. I say creativity. When you're being creative, that is a spirit emotion, right? You got some painters, some knitters. I create by making workouts, programs. Like being creative is a super high emotion. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Passion, right? When you're excited about something, you've got that passion. That's a good emotion. So there you have it, my friends. I know that's a lot. We skimmed through that very quickly. Let me know if you want the actual visual, because I think we talk about just awareness, no judgment at first, just kind of check yourself for a couple-day period where sometimes, oh my goodness, I could be flying all over that place. I'm like, I was here to there to boom, 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 boom. Like I said, we're complicated. We're complicated in an amazing way. And it comes back to the one thing I always say to all of you and myself and my kids and everybody. Here we go, reach it over. You are here on purpose. There is no mistake that you are here. And I say for just a time as this. You have gifts, you have strength, you have uniqueness that nobody else in this world has. Not another one of any of us. So again, to be a work in progress is a gift. Keep going, keep growing. That was one of my post-it notes this week. Take it to the other side. And again, just starts with awareness. You can't change what you're not aware of, and maybe nothing needs to be changed. I'm not saying that you always need to be fixing something. No way. You might be like, I'm really good right now. Honor that in what you're doing. And then everybody back to center as we take our hands to heart center, or your hips, wherever you're comfortable. And just, again, this is something, a constant work in progress. We are not taught this in the world for the most part from society and outside influences. It's okay to love yourself. It is okay to love yourself. There's nothing guilty about that. There's nothing selfish about that. Because again, those gifts, that strength, all those things at the top of the chart come out in you when you take care of you first. So with that, I am grateful for you all. I love you all. And sorry, I went a minute over. We'll go pump some iron. Go pump some iron. All right. Hopefully that's pretty deep today, but you know what? We've been doing this for 10 years of Saturdays. We're going to go deep. We're going deeper. Oh, I love you, Rena. Bye, Letty. Bye, Allison and A Crew. Hey, I'll see some of you in Scoped.